Do your ambient experimental beats sound uninspired, boring, and flat? The solution is simple: texture. And by texture, I don't mean adding rain and wind sounds. Let's compare these two examples. Do you want your samples to sound like this? Or like this? To avoid sounding like the second example, you need to change the way you approach your samples. You have to think like a sculptor. Processing is your friend. Even the most basic pads will sound beautiful and lush if you treat them like sculptures and shape them up in the processing phase. Using any multi-effect VST, you can pretty much get the same results. I tend to go with Infiltrator, Effect Track, or Portal. Adding a sense of movement will improve your beats exponentially. Next thing is adding layers of differently treated sounds and chopping them up to make it sound a bit more interesting. Stretch it, reverse it, stack it on top of each other, try out new things. While the pad should sound washed out and dreamy, it might be a good idea to keep the attack on the lead a bit lower. Chop up the lead and try adding and subtracting elements to get a sense of movement and to keep it interesting for the listener. The next step is field recordings. Stop adding rain field recordings in your tracks. It's overplayed, sounds cheesy, and is making your beats sound amateur. Think outside the box. Chop up multiple field recordings, ASMR videos, Foley sounds to create a cohesive and sonically interesting canvas to your songs. Here's how it sounds on its own. Now here's the same sample but with the added field recordings. Here's how the sample sounds with a beat and the 808s. The next step is to incorporate this method into your own tracks. There is literally no limitation when it comes to processing sounds and Foley. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video.